Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. We've got a great show on tap, pun intended. We're going to talk about one of the top brewers in the country. I'm Brett.
And I am Harley.
So, you and I have, we'll occasionally take in a beer. But we don't do the cheap stuff. We've been known to, we're kind of an upper crust. If we're going to do something, if you give me the choice of prime rib and rib, I love ribs, but I'm probably going upper tier prime rib. Same thing with beer. I don't want a cheap beer. I want something good. It's got to have the name like blood or honey in it. But I don't consider myself a beer hipster.
I don't consider myself a beer hipster either, but I'm not a big fan of Bud.
You don't like Bud and Coors?
No,
Is it Coors or Coors?
I think it really depends on A, how drunk you are, and B, what part of the country you're in.
Or what, yeah. And definitely what neck of the woods that you're in. Well, we're going to pop the top on a hot topic right after this. My taxes are getting increasingly difficult. They say new year, new you. For me, it's new year, new human. I create a deduction every, at least the last 2 years.
You have been very consistent about creating new deductions.
Yes.
I think there are probably other aspects of fatherhood that might, I don't know, in some people's eyes, outweigh the tax consequences of children. But for this point, or for this case, I think we have a good argument that maybe you should reach out to a tax professional.
Yeah, I feel like I'm out of the pencil whip territory. I need help. So my plan moving forward, unless I continue to make this non-for-profit organization that I've created for myself, I'm going to call for the 30-minute free consult. I got to.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
Holiday Tax Group does have a free 30-minute consultation. Not once every time you get pregnant consultation.
I don't know.
They have discounts for military personnel and teachers, but not for people who are consistently mass producing
humans? I feel like this is a science fiction. I feel like you remember the Alien movie where you see the creation of. I'm just like farming human beings.
No, I really think it's more like the old Star Trek episode Trouble with Tribbles.
I've got some trouble for sure.
So I would definitely reach out to Justin Holiday over at the Holiday Tax Group. Best way to get a hold of them is call their direct line, 405-730-3100.
Or you can reach them on the interwebs at holidaytaxgroup.com. That's holiday with 2 L's.
I've been in Oklahoma for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't say that I've ever thought of Oklahoma as a brewer capital or a hub for the brewer industry.
Well, and not to redirect to wine. I remember when wineries started kind of, my grandpa made wine in his basement when I was a kid. So I thought, all the Oklahoma wines were strawberry and plum wine. And then all of a sudden you see all these wineries, then you find out that Oklahoma's soil is rich. It's similar to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it made sense. Breweries, I guess it does make sense, but we are legitimately in one of the top tiers of brewery. This is brewery country.
Yeah. Prairie Artisan Ales was voted one of the top 100 brewers in the world. Not in the country, not in the state, in the world.
And not to make it like an airheaded observation, but the world is pretty big, man. You know what I mean? Little old Oklahoma?
Well, not only that, but this is a relatively young company.
Yeah.
They started in 2012, and they've got some really unique beers, so I can see how they got some recognition early on. Their flagship beer is called Bomb! !
Yeah.
It's described as an imperial stout aged on espresso beans, chocolate and vanilla beans, and ancho chili peppers.
We talk a lot about what kind of beers we like. To me, every ingredient you just read off, I'm pretty sure you have on your spice rack. So the fact that do you drink stouts? Do you prefer the stouts? Or are you more of what do you like, the ambers or the?
It really depends. Like, I'll burn through a lot of independent ales and such, trying to find something that I really like, and then I'll forget the very next time I'm ready for.
Right.
So I'm in the habit of trying unique local beers.
Yeah, I do too. In these kind of beers, I'm not big on stouts. I like the ambers. I like blondes. I do like some of the, we've had some that were called blood and honey, and, beers made with blood oranges and stuff like that. So I'll be honest, I'm not an expert on IPAs. I have friends that can tell you they've done every beer tour at every pub between here and Timbuktu, Oklahoma. But I will be honest, I like cold and gold beer. I'm kind of old fashioned. But I think if you're into it, these guys they hit every note.
Not only that, but they've gone global, dude. They're in 25 states.
Wow. And
on 5 continents. I'm hoping that one of those continents is Antarctica.
Wouldn't that be cool? Why?
I don't know. Just flashback to the thing. I don't know.
Outpost 31 Pale Ale or something like that?
Absolutely.
Or a blood red ale?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I like it. It's a good.
So we know how far they reach, but locally, where do I go? What's our best chance?
So they currently have 2 locations that you can find this regularly.
Mm-hmm.
They have 2 tap rooms open to the public, and they also have a production brewery in Krebs that is not open to the public. Maybe eventually they'll open that up to tours or something of that nature. But they're 2 tap rooms. One is in Oklahoma City, and one is in McAllister.
That's a pretty good space in between there.
Absolutely. So the Oklahoma City tap room, glass windows looking into the brewing station. It's really just cool to watch them work.
Yeah.
But that's on Northeast 8th Street in Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
Their other location in McAllister is called Prairie 345. It's on Choctaw, 345 East Choctaw in McAllister. Again, super cool place. Definitely want to check them out. But the sad part to me, is they did have a 3rd location, Tulsa Prairie Brew Pub. And it has recently permanently closed due to, as the owner stated, they were struggling to operate safely during the pandemic, and they had to make the decision to close the doors forever.
I hate to hear that. There's a lot of that going on, especially with your local businesses. I really hate to hear it. In Tulsa being really kind of a bustling metropolis, it's kind of a shock to me to hear that they had to close. But
absolutely, and we've said it a million times on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Shop local, buy local, support your local brands.
Right.
They're an integral part of our economy here in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like places like this, you have to go to places like this for us to have them.
Right. Because your money goes right back into the community, to their product. So, yeah, I definitely, I'm all for the locally sourced. I know you can't buy beer every day.
You can't. And if you're interested in finding out other locations that you might find their beer or to find out their hours, things of that nature, check out their website. It's prairieales.com.
That's right, prairieales.com. You can also Facebook all their scheduling, find out where you can snag a bag of beer. Can you get a bag of beer?
I hope not.
A sack of beers? I don't know. How do you buy it? It's like I've never bought a beers before. Can I get a 6 bag of beers? Like they're going to beat you to death. A 6 bag of beers? Get out of here.
Oh, my God.
A 6 bag. Well, as always, tell your friends, tell your family. It's the OnlyinOKShow. New shows every week right now, so stay in touch. Stay in the movement. I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley, and we're out of here.
Peace. Okay, how about here? Is this right? I'm not putting my face on the thing.
You don't have to, but you have a tendency to start talking like this.
Sorry, I get comfortable. So anyway, guy's got probably 100,000 subscribers. It's kind of a geek-centric. They talk about Disney, like WandaVision, spoiler stuff. Nice microphone. He's got one of the Shure's, got the nice setup. And he's literally doing this right. And most of the comments are like, I can't hear what you're saying because you're not talking to the microphone. Because he's like, and you'll never believe what happened next. Like, he's given the spoiler right here. You're like, huh? And he's like, am I right? Like, I don't know if you're right or not. You're not talking into the damn microphone. Really? What did you see that on Pinterest? No, I saw that on me dumping the coffee on the table. And I went, you know what? Not too bad. But it only works with Folgers. If you try it with crystals, it doesn't work. Well, I can't stop having children long enough. I know it. Feels weird we didn't go to the last episode. I think was most of it was me talking to myself, or the one before that. Are you not entertained?
Dude, I don't know. I literally don't know, but I do know. I honestly believe that has dumbed people down.
Has dumbed people down.
Yes.
There are some that believe that it hasn't.
You hear people talk about the library at Alexandria and how we lost so much knowledge at that point in time when it burned.
Right.
There's literally 1,000 times more information on YouTube. But instead of learning how to do something, most people go to YouTube to watch other people get hit in the nuts.
See, I don't know. I'm probably more inclined to learn to do something because there was a point where I was like, can't go to work. I'm crippled. What am I going to do today? I'm going to learn how to slice a pineapple with one hand. So I would learn, you know what I mean? So I see the benefits. No, there's not really a both ways benefits here. You either go there to learn something or you go there to burn a brain cell or two.
Right.
And I think you're right. The vast majority of people would rather see somebody get kicked in the nuts instead of learning how to actually shell real nuts.
Or anything. Like, literally, they could be in their, mom's basement with water dripping on their face from a leaky pipe. And instead of going to YouTube and going, how do I
fix that?
How do you fix a leaky pipe? They go to YouTube and go, dude getting hit in the balls with a bowling ball. Like,
or, wait. Getting hit in the balls with a leaky pipe. I've been hit in the balls with a ceiling fan, and it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
What's funny about that is this was about the time that I had a ceiling fan fall between my legs is when I was sharing, I just moved out from my first wife's house, and Caleb come to stay. I was moving into a spare bedroom, and him and I were sleeping on a damn futon, and the ceiling fan fell. I'm holding him like next to me, and it lands between my legs. And this is about the same time where people are getting killed by that. And I was just like, this is crazy. It's not funny. I would not watch a video about it. What I can tell you is don't sleep under the ceiling fan.
Okay, let's roll.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.